Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Morning Brews. On today's show, Daniel Levy doesn't care about trophies. Ange Postecoglou doesn't care about defence. And we're breaking down the rest of the Spurs fan forum for normal fans. Stay tuned here. Welcome back to Tottenham on Tour, your world-famous Morning Brew show, a pre-recorded show because Mr. Dave is, of course, busy on the Tuesday because he's got loads of things because he's a busy roadman. So we're here with a pre-recorded video just to talk about the stuff that's happened in the Spurs fan forum. And there's a lot to go through, isn't there, roadman?
Yeah, there is. But yeah, like Ben said, I am busy tomorrow at this present time. As you'll be watching this, I'll be standing watching my daughter have a football tournament. So yeah, that'll be good.
Absolutely. And speaking of football, there's been a fan forum, and I'm doing this fan forum because, of course, they've picked who they wanted to go to the forum. As they all do, they're getting these catered questions, and we're going to go through them. But to start with, this is really going to boil the people that watch this channel's blood, because Daniel Levy's 3 greatest achievements are
getting to the Champions League final.
Yeah.
Opening the new stadium and the fantastic players we've had at this club.
No mention of the trophy we won in 2008. No mention of it. None.
No.
Absolutely none. I know this is going to be that people are going to be, oh, but Coffee, you're not talking about it. You're taking out of context and blah, 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 blah. No. The greatest achievement Daniel Levy made in the history of his ownership is winning the Carling Cup in 2000. That is his greatest achievement, winning a bit of silverware that he can tell his children and their children, we won a trophy in 2008 against a better side, and we won that trophy. I was there in 2000, February the 24th, I believe it was, 2008. I was there. It was a great day. In the winter, Johnny Woodgate scores a header. It was a great day. These quotes are nonsense, aren't they, Roadman? They are absolutely nonsense. How can he not put winning a trophy in his top 3 biggest achievements?
Daniel Levy doesn't care about them. That's proof that, I mean, if someone asks you, yeah, right, your current age, yeah, right, as a Spurs fan, what have been your 3 top moments as a Spurs fan? I would start watching us win the Carling Cup because I was lucky enough to see that. Second one would be, right, the final game at White Hart Lane, because it was fantastic, right? It was amazing. It was a fantastic moment in the club, right? And the third one, right, and I know it sounds strange, but I agree, not the Champions League final, though. The greatest moment I see was the Ajax game.
Yep.
Because that was fantastic. The final,
we were terrible. We were terrible in that final.
Yeah, but if you want to look at your 3 things, and as an owner of a club, right, to say the Champions League final is the first one, yes, fantastic achievement. It was great. But my God, it is dealt yourself when you watch it or when you talk about it. You feel it within inside yourself again. The travesty that was that game.
Yeah.
You know, you don't look at the game and go, that was a fantastic moment for this club. No, it weren't. It was horrendous.
Lost in 20 seconds.
Yeah, it was horrendous. And albeit, yes, the ref and all that, however you want to play it, it doesn't matter.
We would not have won that game even with the ref. They were brilliant that day. They didn't have to do anything after 20. You can say after 20, if they didn't give that penalty, it's a different game. Of course you can say that because Liverpool didn't have to. It was 35, 36 degrees that evening. It was hot. So Liverpool, all they had to do was 10 men behind the ball the entire game, and they won that game of football.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it doesn't. We still lost that game of football 2-0, 1-0.
Yeah.
If Oh, what's his name? I can't remember, the Belgian player, Origi. If Origi didn't score in the last minute of that game, it still would have been 1-0 Liverpool. We still lost that game of football, even without the penalty. Still lost it. We lost 2-0. It's mind-blowing, isn't it, Dave? It's mind-blowing.
It is, and I don't get me wrong, it was a great achievement. Yes, we got to the Champions League final.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, that is nothing to winning that Carling Cup. That is our greatest achievement under Levy, is winning a trophy. Because, again, football is about winning. Winning means at the end of the season, you stand there with a trophy saying, I've won. Everything else is completely irrelevant. It really is. Top 4, irrelevant. Stadiums, irrelevant. Anything that happens through the season, irrelevant. It's about.
I can understand it, Dave. I can understand it if it get into the Champions League for the first time when we got into it in 2010, where we got into it when we beat Man. That's an achievement for the club. That's almost a bigger achievement, because we broke the stereotypical top 4 when it was only really Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, and Liverpool. Those are the only the 4 teams that got into it. We broke.
Oh, and United.
Arsenal, United, Chelsea, and Liverpool.
Liverpool.
They were a stalwart in the Premier League. Those were the 4 teams that played in Europe. Breaking that is a bigger achievement than getting to the Champions League final, because we did it with Eunice Cabot at right back, Benoit Asselicoto. We did it with some, let's face it, average footballers. But then we played in the Champions League and we were brilliant under Harry Redknapp. I love that team. That's a bigger achievement than getting to the final almost, because they broke it. They did the impossible, which was breaking into that top 4 when nobody thought it was possible. And they did it with 2 games. They did it with a game to spare as well.
Yeah, exactly. But if you ask any of our owners throughout history, if you managed to bring them all back, have them all in front of you, and you asked each one of them, what was your greatest achievement? Every single owner, right, would have stood there and said, the trophy I won, the trophy I won, the trophy I won. Right? Not, I got into a final of a competition. I built a lovely stadium. Mate. You know what I mean? Or the other one, what was the other one? The fantastic players he's had at this club. The fantastic players he's brought to this club. Okay, I agree on that one. Okay, fair enough. We've had some amazing players come to this club. It took an average player in bloody Jonathan Woodgate to win us a bloody trophy. The rest,
he wasn't average, though, was he, Roadman? He was quality. I love Jonathan Woodgate.
Yeah, he was all right. But if you compare it to some of the players we've had at the club,
then
you're saying he's average. What I'm talking about is you look at the wide aspect under
We've had Jans Tompkins, Toby Alderweireld,
Modric, Bale, Kane. Fucking, you can name loads, mate. You can name loads. But they didn't achieve anything.
Yeah.
And that's the shame.
Well,
that's
technically, Gareth Bale did, because he was in that Carling Cup final squad. So technically, Gareth Bale did.
He is, but he doesn't have the medal.
He does have the medal. He does have the medal.
No, from what I read, I had this argument with someone on X, right? I can't remember who it was. Apparently, he didn't get a medal because he didn't play enough games.
All I know is, Roadman, if you got a Gareth Bale's Wikipedia, it says Carling
Cup. It's on there. Yeah.
He's won it. Gareth Bale, you're a legend, mate. I absolutely love you. You were my hero when I was 10 years old. Come back to the club and play some golf. You can do what you want, mate.
Yeah. No, but at the end of the day,
what a guy.
He's amazing, mate. He's amazing. And luckily enough, my daughter's school has a lovely memorial of him. As you walk up to the school, you just see this big picture of Bale painted on a wall with his Wales kit on. With his Wales kit on. It's amazing. It is. I love the fact that her school did that.
A little Tottenham next door to it.
I have to do that. I have to take this. I have to take that. And take it and get a picture next to it. But at the end of the day, right, this is Levy all over, right?
Yeah.
The two of them, through all 3 of them things he's mentioned, right? Getting to the Champions League final, right? Yeah, we didn't win anything, but it was great for his advertisement. The stadium, business. The players come at the club, business. They're all business aspects of what he wants. A trophy isn't business. I've always said this, yeah. The reason Levy hates trying to fight for a trophy is because it costs too much money and you don't get enough return. But if you get into top 4,
loads
you get
of
a
money.
lot of money, loads of money getting in that Champions League,
Loads of
mate.
money. Oh, where is
Exactly.
it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I'm getting it.
Do it.
I'm getting the money. Here we go.
Well, people are waiting. Like and
Here
subscribe
we go.
while you're watching.
There we go. Dollar bills. Dollar bills.
But that's what Levy is and will always be, a businessman. As a football owner, he is atrocious. He's atrocious, yeah. And people are saying, but look at all the money he's gave Ange. Look at the players he's got.
Yeah.
You could spend loads of money. You could spend loads of money. But if you don't get the players that you need, it doesn't work out very well, does it? So, yeah. I mean, we could just look at the Bale money. Do you remember that? The Fantastic Seven?
No, the Magnificent Seven. The
Magnificent. That's it. Sorry, the Magnificent Seven. Yeah, right. 2 players like
that. Ericsson and Vertonghen.
Yeah.
No, Vertonghen was Vertonghen.
No. So the players were Paulinho, Chadley,
Ericsson,
Lamella. Was Kirikez in there? Yeah, Vlad Kirikez, wasn't he?
Oh God, my God, was Kirikez bad?
Who else?
Who cares? They were all awful, but Ericsson.
Fazio. But yeah. I mean, Lamella, you could say I enjoyed Lamella. He was a shithouse. I enjoyed watching him, right? But again, it's annoying. It's annoying. But anyway,
only one player he's brought in, though, Dave. Realistically, really got like Raphael van der Vaart. That was of course, David Pleat was scouted Jan Vertonghen.
Yeah.
And when he's just carted David Pleat madly about the club, David Pleat brought in all those players. It wasn't Daniel Levy that brought in those players. It was David Pleat. Scouted players.
You look what was said after that with the whole David Pleat situation. Yeah, right. The players he scouted: Ivan Toney.
Yeah.
Jared Bowen.
Yeah.
And who else was it? Ivan Toney, Jared Bowen. I think it was
Watkins. Ollie Watkins.
Yeah. Watkins. 3 players, yeah, right, who would better
walk into our first team right now. Yeah. Walk into our first
team. Could you imagine having, Ollie Watkins, Jared Bowen, right, and Ivan Toney in your team?
And Solanke.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine having them in your team, mate? That's a lethal attack.
Yeah.
But David Pleat got rid of, and obviously Levy does what Levy does, is a nasty man. And moving on from that, another quote that came out from him from this fan forum. But we wouldn't say fan forum, we say Levy's picked friends. Should we say that?
Yeah.
Levy's picked friends.
Miles,
yeah, right.
Big up Miles.
The big up Miles. But yeah, apparently
Miles is, and you're saying big up Miles.
I do know who he is.
You've met Miles?
I haven't met him, but I know who he is.
All right, then.
I know who Miles is. Yeah. It's Ryan's brother.
Yeah.
I know Miles. Miles. I don't know him. Big up Miles, but I don't know you. But I know you because your brothers mentioned you. And yeah, there we go. But anyway, Daniel Levy on the criticism from the fans, right? Now, this one really aggravates me, mate. This one really grinds me. I have very thick skin and just ignore it. Makes me want to be more successful. Really, Levy? Really? You're thick-skinned. You ignore it, right? But it makes you want to be more successful. Well, first of all, you sacked the manager because you didn't like the fans booing at you. But you're thick-skinned, but you sacked the manager because the fans booed at you.
Yeah.
Right? You say it makes you want to be more successful. So where's the success? It makes you want to be more successful. You're a failure as an owner. So where's the success, lad? Come on.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, as a football owner, he's failed.
We've said this, Dave, as well, mate. We've said this. If he was so thick-skinned, why are the questions so censored? Yeah.
Apparently, people who will been able to hear from it or with knows people there and everything. Apparently, all the questions towards Levy and Ange were very positive about them. There was apparently, from what I'm hearing,
Yeah.
There wasn't overly negatives about it. Do you know what I mean? And
imagine if I was there, Dave, or imagine myself, Daigle, and Ryan were there.
We'd be kicked out, mate. If we were all there, we'd be kicked out. We'd be kicked out because they can't. The thing is, he talks about being able to ignore it and he's thick skinned. But then these fan forums, and we'll watch it later, and it'll be released on video later. Why isn't he allowing these people like you, like me, like others, being able to sit there and actually ask him the genuine questions? Why the hell are you an owner of a football club when you have no interest in the football? Yeah, you have done nothing to progress this club to a point where we could challenge for trophies. You've regressed it season after season after season. Pochettino was closest to being our most successful manager because he asked for a rebuild of players. Around the time you wanted a stadium, you sacked him. Yes, the football weren't great. I know people are going to come and say, yeah, but the end of his season, everything, because the players gave up. So what do?
They ran out of energy, Roadman.
Yeah,
they ran out of energy.
Yeah, but you back your successful manager, get rid of them players, rebuild them, give them the players you want. Right?
Reload, as in Daigle says, with that you reload.
Exactly.
Not rebuild, reload. Bring in some proper players in for him.
Yeah.
But,
right, hold on. Quickly, Daigle's just put something in.
We're hearing from Daigle.
No, apparently hard-hitting questions. Daigle's put in. And this is via Davina, Tottenham Hotspur FC, right? Now, fair play. Davina, she's actually really nice. I've seen her over X and stuff like that. She's a really nice person. But the question, obviously, Daigle's being slightly sarcastic with it, is who is your favourite Spurs player of all time? Sonny said Ben Davies. That was the question that was asked. Now, obviously,
Sonny's a Welsh patriot.
He is. Sonny's a Welsh boy. Hey,
the Welsh national anthem every single day.
Getting the dubbing. But hey, this is no criticism to Davina. She's obviously a fan of the clubs. They're asking her question. This is nothing against her, but this is the type of questions that are being asked within the fan forum. There's no question. It doesn't seem like there's questions actually trying to gauge what the hell's going on at the club.
For a trophy, Mr. Levy.
Yeah,
what stupid money a year.
Exactly, yeah. But moving on, so obviously now we're going from Levy because obviously Levy is a whatever. And yeah. So now obviously this is all from the Spurs Watch, by the way. So if you wanted to see what was said rather than us saying it, you can go over to the Spurs Watch to see there. This is how I'm finding it out. Spurs fan to Ange. Right? And this really
annoys me.
This has annoyed me more than the Levy drama, mate, because we know what Levy's like. But for Ange to say this is a big worry. Is it time to show more pragmatism in games? Teams that win trophies have solid defenses as well as attacks. Ange responded to this question, which I think is a fantastic question, by the way.
Yeah.
You're spot on, mate, but it won't be us. There you go, everyone. There you go. Ange just said it, right? To a question asked about
defense, doesn't it? He literally does not care about defending.
Yeah, but you could take. Yeah, but the thing is, mate, you could take that answer, in a multiple ways because this fan asked you and mentioned teams who win trophies have a good defense and a good attack. Now, Ange said you're spot on with that, so he agrees. Teams have good defense. He agrees, but he said it won't be us. So basically, I know. To win a trophy, you need a good defense and a good attack. But unfortunately, that's not us. I'm just going to attack, or I'm whatever you're going to do. That for me to answer like that to a very fair question.
Yeah,
that's slightly arrogant. That's arrogant for me. That's very arrogant to answer like that. Because he's saying it won't be us. So what you're saying is not going to be us, and we're not going to defend, and we're not going to attack because currently we're not doing both.
Yeah,
one game that we've actually seen our defense and attack do well. Well, let's just say, one game past 30 seconds, our defense was good and our attack was good. Everton game, they've ever going to relegate a team.
I've ever seen. Worst Everton team I've ever seen.
Yeah, other games we've been dreadful in defense.
Yep.
So what else is it? Is it defense? Is it attack? Because we've been dreadful in both for a fair few games. Or is it trophies? Are you saying it won't be us for the trophies? Why is it such? Why couldn't he just turn around and go, oh no, we're going to try for trophies. That's a simple answer. It's not saying we will, but we're going to try.
We're going to give it a go. We're going to try.
We're going to give it a go. Yeah,
we're going to give it a go.
Yeah. He could have even answered in this way, mate. Yeah, he could have turned around and said, "We're going to play our way, right? But we're going to try. We're going to try and win for the fans." Instead, instead it's just you're spot on, but it won't be us. And I hope that isn't. I hope there's more to that, right? I hope he says more to that. I hope he didn't just go that and that was it, and the question was moved on. Because I'm like, again, we're only seeing what's been written down. We haven't listened to
this. I will give this to Ange. It's out of context. These are quotes. What they should have done is they should have streamed this live so everyone can see it. But of course, we won't get to see it until tomorrow when they've doctored it and it's been through editing. And they only show the questions they want to show. Blah, 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 blah,
that's all stuff, But we're going off what we can see. So if we're wrong, okay, we're wrong. Fair enough.
If we're wrong. I'll put my hands up.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
put
fine.
my hands up and say I was wrong.
Yeah, but again, now I don't know if this was over that question, if this was a follow-up part of that question, but we'll go into this bit as well, which again, it's not sounding positive by any stretch of the imagination. This, but going on what we said there, when Ange said that to the fan. This was posted as well, and I don't know if it's obviously a follow-up to that, but it says, as much as we want success, there is a Spurs way, and I won't deviate from that. What do you mean there's a Spurs way?
What is the Spurs way? If I talk with my good friend, Mr. Graham, he would say, because he's supported Spurs since the 60s, he would say the Spurs way is winning. Most importantly, Dave, winning with style. Yeah. If you go to the Spurs team of the 80s, it's winning and playing good football. The most important thing about the Spurs way is winning. Always. But these people seem to think the Spurs way is just playing good football. No, the Spurs way from the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, not so much when we got relegated, because we got relegated, but when we came up from the second division, we won the FA Cup. We were the highest holder of the highest winner of the FA Cup for many, many years until the Arsenal decided to take it from us. The most important thing about winning is winning with style. But you can't win with style if you don't win. And we don't do that, do we, Dave? So I don't know what the Tottenham way is. What is the Tottenham way? That's a good comment to put in the question. What is the Tottenham way?
Tell
in
us.
The comments down below, what is the Tottenham way? Put it in the comments below. Any more quotes, Dave, before we decide?
There is. There is actually. I've just gone on to Davina's TikTok. What am I on about? Twitter, whatever that bloody thing's called anymore. Right. And I've just gone to it because she's at the forum because obviously she asked that question. Apparently, to go on that question about Levy, who mentioned the 3 top things, when he talked about he was honoured and blessed to have amazing players at the club. That's apparently his quote.
Yeah.
And he listed some players, and Davina hasn't put the players, but she said he also listed players and failed to mention one Spurs women player. There's that there.
The women's team is in its infancy, though, Dave, isn't it? To be fair, I love the Spurs ladies. They're building something absolutely brilliant this year. They won their last game 4-0, the first game of the season, I believe it was. They won 4-0 against, I can't remember who they won, but they won 4-0. I saw it for the night. If you want to subscribe to a channel, you can follow all about the WSL with my wonderful friend Ashy. She is part of Talking Ball. She's also part of Hotel with Cockerell, but she's now started a channel about the WSL. So go and follow Ashy. When we premiere this video, I'll put it in the comments and you'll be able to see it. So follow Ashy. I love Ashy. Ashy's fantastic. Absolutely amazing human being. So definitely subscribe to her.
Yeah.
But the women's team, they will get there. They're going to get there. So it's going to take a bit of time.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not going to beat Levy with a stick. I'm going to be fair to Levy. I'm not going to beat him over this.
No, no, of course not. Of course not. And like I said, I'm just reading quotes out. This is
Yeah,
what I'm seeing from X. And again, big up to Davina being there. Do you know what I mean? I know, you know, obviously people want the people there to ask certain questions, but again, they're fans of the club. They're allowed to go there and ask whatever the question they wish to ask. Just putting that out there.
yeah.
But apparently, Ange, speaking on whether criticism fuels him to do well, right? It never fueled me. There's always room for a certain amount of criticism. I've never found joy in proving people
Mm.
wrong.
Isn't that what he's done his entire career, though?
Yeah.
So what does he want?
I don't know. I don't know. He's well. I think what he's saying there. I think let's try and put this into some context. I think what he's saying about he doesn't find joy in proving people wrong is he doesn't when he.
I love the Australian fan base. If you're Australian, I love you guys. All the things they say about Ange Postecoglou is he proves people wrong. People doubt him and he proves them wrong. That's what they've been saying to me. Ange will prove you wrong. Ange will prove you wrong. If he comes out and says, I don't like proving people, what is it?
No, I think no, Ben. I think what he's saying there is he doesn't find joy. He doesn't find joy in proving people wrong. In other words, it doesn't make him happy to prove someone wrong. But for me, isn't that what everyone does in life anyway? Is when someone brings you down, someone says something to you, you go and prove them wrong. You find a little bit of solace with that. You find yourself sitting there going, well, hold on a minute. You said I couldn't do this. I proved you wrong. I feel slightly good about myself.
Yeah, of course.
Surely there's a part of him. Now, obviously, this is nothing to criticize him over. This is something that's personal to him, right? This is not nothing to do with the team, anything like that. This is personal to him. And if he doesn't find joy in it, then fair enough.
Yeah.
But I'm just feeling like, doesn't everyone surely, when you've proven someone wrong,
it seems like a walking contradiction, doesn't it, Dave? I thought he liked proving people wrong. What's he think? I don't know.
I don't know. But at the moment, that's all I'm finding. Other than the fact that Giovanni Lo Celso scored another goal and has been sent off, apparently.
Good to hear.
Or he hasn't. I don't know. Just looking through, trying to find some news. But yeah, overall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Final
just saying
thoughts
overall.
on the fan forum, Dave. Final thoughts.
I feel like, at the end of the day, more critical questions should have been asked. Now, don't get me wrong, again, to anyone there who's been there and seeing this is not criticism towards you. You are a fan. You're going there. You're allowed to ask any question you wish.
Yeah.
But for me, on a personal note, I would have preferred fans, and I hope some did. Maybe they did, and we won't see it or hear about it. But ask the more critical questions, because we seen with the last forum, everyone clapped Levy saying we've got our Tottenham back, because the first 10 games of the season, which was a fallacy, by the way, it was meaningless, was good. And it filled the fans with that little bit of hope. So that was a perfect time for the fan forum. At the moment, we're not filled with hope. We're not filled with joy. We're not sitting here going, Tottenham, let's go. We're sitting here worrying about the next game. We're sitting here worrying about Europa. We're sitting here worrying about the season to come. I would have hoped some fans there asked them type of questions, saying, look, as fans, we're worried. As fans, it's not feeling good around the club at the moment. We're back to a point where not everyone's full of joy. There's arguments within the fan base. There's Ange with his coming out being a bit more aggressive in interviews and things like that. And just the whole situation at the moment doesn't feel very joyful.
Yeah. That's for me, Dave, as well. For me, I don't see we haven't got to a point where Tottenham I'm going into the Man United game for, you know what, we're going to win this game. Even Brentford, I was really like, you know what, I don't know if we're going to win this. That shouldn't happen with Tottenham. Shouldn't happen. We should be going into games like Brentford. You know what, we're going to win. We're going to batter them at the weekend. We're going to win. I know a lot of fans are, but a lot of fans are anyway. Even when we're playing bad, a lot of fans are, we're going to win this weekend. On what? On what evidence? We've lost the last 2 games. We're not going to win. There's no arrogance about Tottenham. There's no we're going to win today, and then they go and do it. It's a sad state of affairs. And again, like you, Dave, I want to say difficult questions help society. We need to have difficult questions. If you only get asked nice questions, you don't get anywhere at all. You've got to be asked difficult questions.
Yeah, you do. And it's only, yeah, but that's the only way you're going to find out what the future holds for us. Do you know what I mean? Now, obviously, fans could have sat there and gone, oh, Levy, you know what I mean? What was the window about and all this? And he would have just gained some generic, you know, oh, it was a struggling window. It was hard. We spent all window trying to sign Solanke. He came from Bournemouth, mate. You spent all window. It was Bournemouth, weren't it? He spent all window trying to sign him. What you spent all window to try to sign a player from Bournemouth?
Yeah.
Like, fair enough if you're going to try and sign Osherman.
Yeah.
Or Gyökeres, or a player like that.
Or a Michael Olise, like a top quality.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, someone who's, you know what I mean? You know, but it was Solanke. Bournemouth were probably happy they got 65 million for him.
Yeah.
How was that a hard deal to do? And that's what his excuse would be. And they're the answer he'd give, right? Because they're easy to fill the fans with a quick answer like that so they can't challenge it. Do you know what I'd like? What I'd like from the club, and this is a personal thing for me, is, you know, these fan forums and everything, yeah? But one where it's actually, you're there, right? And when you ask Levy the question, you get the answer you want.
Yeah.
Right? So you're allowed to keep going back at him, not just, oh, Levy, why was the window rubbish? Oh, well, because it was hard. You're not being able to get rid of a load of players. That's it, done. And the next one, you're allowed to, you know what I mean? Proper debate him. Debate him. Not just answer the quick question. He gives a generic preset bloody answer, and then that's it, moved on.
B-Tech, isn't it? It's a bit B-Tech.
Yeah.
I got a B-Tech, so I don't know why I'm taking the piss out of B-Tech. I got 2 of them, but we'll never know the answer. But on that note, Davey, this has been we didn't think we'd go going for half an hour, but we have gone for half an hour. So
I know.
Make sure you like and subscribe to Tottenham on Tour. We will be back live on Morning Brews tomorrow morning. And most importantly, we will be live tonight with Mr. Daigle is going to be streaming with whoever his guest is. You never know who's coming on the Evening Brews bar. But like, comment, share and subscribe. Hit the catchphrase, Roadman.
Doma ni mind.
And as always, if you smell what the cough is brewing, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Ciao for now.